Israeli bombings have killed at least 19 Palestinians and injured 50 people in northern Gaza City. 3 residential buildings were targeted in the Al-Shujaia and Al-Tufa neighborhoods. A father is mourning the loss of his son killed in the shelling. His body was recovered in the debris.
My son Anas, only 12 years old, was killed by the Israeli missiles. He was unsuspectingly sleeping. Innocent people like him are the targets of the Israeli occupation forces. On this holy day, my young boy joins 15,000 other children murdered by the Israelis. My other son was injured and is receiving treatment. Yet we are holding our ground, steadfast on our homeland.
Let's get an update on the situation in Gaza now and speak to Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud, who's in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza. Hani, I see a bit of movement behind you there at Al-Aqsa Hospital. Tell us about what's been happening in these last few hours and the impact of these latest strikes.
Yes, well, what's going on here at the Al-Aqsa Hospital is the daily struggle that people here, local residents and displaced families in the central area where we are at a position right now. We're seeing more people in the targeted areas that are only being removed from these targeted areas. Either they are still alive in those areas, but critically injured, or those who were killed and buried under the rubble. So ambulance dispatched to those areas, particularly on Al-Barij, Al-Maghazi, the eastern part of the central area, but also more recently from the ongoing shooting from Israeli gunboats. They keep shooting at people right at the coastal road of the central part of the Gaza Strip. Here, the hospital, it's facing quite difficult times right now with the extreme shortage of medical supplies and the inability of the medical staff to intervene and to save lives. Overnight attacks also increase the pressure on hospital in the Gaza Strip. The only remaining semi-operational hospital, that's Al-Ahli Baptist Hospital, where an attack on a 3 residential home in the eastern neighborhoods of Gaza City, as-Shujaia and Al-Tufah neighborhood, leaving 19 people killed, with more people close to 50 of critically injured. And with that number of injuries, the hospital is unable to intervene sufficiently and save lives. And with the ongoing blockade of an entry of medical supplies, the situations are getting quite difficult in each hour. There's also this one more silent killer going on right now due to the enforced starvation and dehydration. Malnutrition is spreading among the children, particularly the vulnerable among them, those with health complications, those who need immediate intervention and basic and certain kinds of basic necessities and food supplies. They're dying right now because of extreme malnutrition caused by the enforced dehydration and starvation imposed by the Israeli military. And ever since the Israeli military started to use starvation as a weapon of war, the situations have been quite difficult for Palestinian children across the Gaza Strip. It's important to note out, according to UNICEF, we have 3,000 children who suffer from malnutrition across the Gaza Strip.
Hani, thank you for the update. That's Al Jazeera's Hani Mahmoud live there in Deir al-Balah in central Gaza.